Hey, it's Rachel. So on Mondays, I want to continue releasing like motivational, upbeat videos about, I don't know, random topics. And I promise, hopefully on Wednesdays, we'll see if I can do twice a week. That might be way too much. But on Wednesdays, I plan to release more of my grocery hauls and meal planning and what I ate in the day and all those things that you guys come to my channel for. So last week, my friend Elle made an announcement on Instagram. Elle is a bodybuilder. She's also a bodybuilding coach, but she decided that she's no longer going to prep or compete. In her post on Instagram, she was a little hesitant. I get it, because when I was in college, I was a ballroom dancer. I lived, breathed, eat, slept, dance. That was all I did. All of my friends were ballroom dancers. Everything I wore, I bought because I could wear it to dance practice. All of the things that I watched on TV or YouTube was things like So You Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that. It was such a big part of my life that my senior year, second semester, when I had to take a semester off because I decided to write 2 different special honors thesis papers, I had absolutely no time to train, and so I stopped dancing and I didn't know who I was anymore. I couldn't really say I was a dancer anymore. I didn't want to buy the same clothes. I didn't want to listen to the same music. I didn't want to watch ballroom competitions on YouTube. And I had to do a lot of soul searching to figure out who I was. And I think this problem is a lot more common than people realize. At least it's been extremely common here on YouTube. Now to the point of this video. I would like to start a tag video. I don't know, this will probably not be a tag video. I don't know if anyone else will make videos like this, but I want to start it. From the title of this video, hopefully you can kind of guess what it's going to be about. I am more than blank. I am more than my job, my illness, my sport, my weight. I am a complicated, multifaceted person, and you guys might only see a very, very small piece of me. You see that I have fibromyalgia, you see that I like to cook, and you see that I work out. But there's actually a lot more to me, and I want to share that with you guys. So the tag is I am more than blank, and I want you guys to tell me 10 things that you are. And I am doing this to share with you a little bit more about me and about maybe some things that I haven't shared on this channel before. But I am also hoping that if you are one of the people who might be currently struggling with finding out who you are, maybe by making this video and listing the 10 things, at least 10 things that you are, you will realize that there is so much more to you than blank. So let's go. Number 1, I am a competitive bodybuilder. That seems so weird to say out loud, but for those of you who don't already know, I trained for and competed in my very first bodybuilding competition. I have a lot of my prep here on my channel. I will link things, I think it's this side. I will link the playlist up above. You can see I recorded every single day of peak week, etc. And in case you wanted to know, yes, I do plan on competing again. I've decided to take all of fall, all of winter, through the holidays as my improvement season to really build up my shoulders, and we're gonna work on my abs a little bit, just kind of improving things. And then I will be prepping for a show probably in the spring as soon as I find which one I'm gonna do. Number 2, I am a fibro warrior. Now, I actually hate that term, and you will probably never hear me again talk about myself as a spoonie or as a fibro warrior. Yes, I have fibromyalgia. Yes, when I am not gluten and dairy free, I will have fibro symptoms. It sucks. I feel pain in my body all the time. My muscles contract. I can't move. I am in so much pain that I typically take Vicodin. And I have chronic fatigue, which means that no matter how much sleep I get, I cannot physically get enough energy to accomplish anything. Thankfully, I don't have a lot of those symptoms anymore because I discovered something that works for me. And so I always have had issues with describing myself as my illness. I am not fibromyalgia. I have fibromyalgia. And so if you guys are struggling with any sort of illness or disability, yes, it is a part of you, but it is not all of you. You are more than that. 3, I am a writer. And this is really hard for me to say. It took me over 2 years to finally admit that I am a writer. I work full-time, not on YouTube, for a company writing all of the copy that is in their catalog for all of the products that they sell, and is also on the website. I never really thought of myself as a writer. I am not a wordsmith. I do not pay too much attention to how words sound. I just write. And the first year was very, very hard for me because I had imposter syndrome like, whoa. But I can now finally say, yes, I am a writer and I am darn proud of it. 4, I am someone's partner. I'm a little more than a girlfriend, not really officially anything else, but Jake and I have been dating for about 6.5 years. I actually had a job offer in Washington, D.C. I was going to move there, and then in walked Jake, and I gave up my job offer to see where it would go. I never thought that I would be one of those girls that put a boy above other things in my life, but it worked out because we have been together, we do live together, we plan on continuing to be together. But yeah, I don't share him that much on the YouTubes, maybe one day, but for now, he's just mine. 5, this might come as a surprise to some of you, but technically, I think, I am Hispanic. To be more specific, I am Colombian. My mother is from Colombia. She's from Cali. Most of my family, well, a lot of my family live in Colombia. A lot of them have immigrated to Canada or Florida, but my family is Colombian. I know that I don't look that Colombian, especially with my nice alabaster skin. Thanks, Mom. So the backstory of my family, my grandmother was from Germany, Berlin. And in the 1940s, she was a nursing student and actually had to escape Germany because my grandmother was Jewish. And she escaped from the Holocaust. She got on a boat headed for the United States. The rest of my family was killed, so her parents, her brothers and sisters were all killed. The US would not let her in, and so the boat started calling all of the countries in South America and said, I have this boat of refugees. We are not going back to Germany. Someone let us in, and Colombia was the only country that said, of course, welcome home. So my grandmother moved to Colombia. She met my grandfather, who was 100% Colombian, and they had 3 kids, including my mom. And then when my mom was 26, 7, she came to the United States and met my dad, and they had me. 6, you might be thinking, wait a minute, Rachel, your grandmother was Jewish. So, yes. Number 6, I am Jewish. I was raised Jewish. My mother was raised both Catholic and Jewish and decided to continue as a Jew and married my dad, who is Jewish. This is actually the first time that I am saying this on social media. A lot of my newer friends might not even know this. It's not something that I advertise, and that is kind of a mixture of things that happened growing up. I really hated being different, and so I tend to try to blend in as much as I can, and so that normally means that I don't tell people until I don't know, till it comes up. I really don't tell people that I'm Colombian, and I really don't tell people that I am Jewish. Number 7, before I was a writer and before I was on YouTube, I was actually a teacher. I taught public school for 3 years. My student teaching was in preschool, and then I taught 7th and 8th grade for 3 years. Teaching was not for me, and so I left teaching and decided to try something else, but I still will always consider myself a teacher. I love helping people and teaching people anything that I know. I think that there is just something so powerful and so magical when you show someone how to do something and they learn it and their eyes light up and you see the light bulb turn on in their head, and then they feel awesome, and then they look at you, and it's just wonderful. So even though I am technically not in the classroom anymore, I will always be a teacher. Number 8, I've said this already, but I am a dancer. It's kind of in my blood. In college, I was a competitive ballroom dancer, and I also danced in grad school. Even though I technically don't compete anymore, I do not train in ballroom, I really don't even take dance classes. I love to dance. Number 9, I am a student. So in case you guys aren't following me on Instagram, that's where I announced it, I went back to school. Decided to go take a few marketing courses. I've realized that I really love online marketing, and I just wanted to learn more about it. But in case you were curious, my undergraduate degree is actually from the George Washington University in DC. I have a BA in International Affairs with a double major in Women's Studies and a minor in History. I wanted to originally open like a women's non-profit saving the world somehow, and that didn't turn out. And so then I went into teaching and got my master's in education, and yeah, that didn't work out. So I have a bunch of degrees that I don't use, but that just shows you that you are never too old for a career change. If you do not like your job, pick a different one. I've done it like 20 times. You can too. And number 10, in case you guys can't tell, because I'm always sitting on camera, I am 5 foot tall, 5 even, that's it. I'm really tiny. So when I was younger, I hated being short. And if you ask any of my friends from high school or college, they will tell you that I every single day wore these like giant platform heels of like 6-7 inches because I wanted to be taller. And then I turned 30 and stopped caring, because you know what, it's totally fine being 5 foot tall, and yeah, I'm gonna just rock that. So that is it for this video. That is 10 things that I am. If you want to make this video, please make this video. Tell me 10 things that you are, and make sure to let me know that you made the video so that I can come watch it. And this is the most important part. If you do not have a YouTube, I want you to write down in the comments below 10 things that you are. I absolutely love it when you guys comment on my videos. Otherwise, I am just talking to myself. Literally, like there's a camera in front of me. I cannot see you unless you talk to me. So I really want to hear your answers. I want to hear what are 10 things that you are. Put it in the comments below, and yeah, maybe this will become a thing. It probably won't become a thing, but it should become a thing. So that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey, it's Rachel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I make videos about living gluten, dairy free, but the point of my videos is to reach out to others with fibromyalgia and see if maybe possibly a diet change might help ease their symptoms like it did for me.